please trust me, you don't want to use this configuration. I'm not recommending you to use my configuration. It's just a strange setup that I have been using over 11k hours. I have 11,000 hours, but I do it for fun. I don't do it because it works. It actually makes your game much more difficult. It will mess with your muscle memory, and don't use it. However, you wanted to know, so I'm giving it to you. I'm sorry that it took me this long to give it. Good luck. Talking. Hello guys, I'm making this video today because it has been overwhelming, the amount of questions I have been receiving over on my YouTube over last year. People asking for my Crosshair code, right? Which is my Crosshair code? What is my Crosshair code? And what's my view model? What's my HUD? It has been a lot, right? I have too many comments regarding this question, this inquiry that you have, and it's difficult for me to answer all of them. Also because I change my configuration a lot, something that you shouldn't, but I do it because I do everything that's wrong, right? That's the thing with me. I like to play the game different than most people. That's what gives me enjoyment with the game, right? That's what I enjoy about the game. Without further ado, let's jump into the game and show you what I mean. First, as you can see, my crosshair is normal, it's a dot crosshair. However, as many of you have seen, it's a dynamic crosshair, right? Dynamic means that when you shoot or move, in this case, because you can set it up so it just moves when you shoot and not when you move. I do it with both. You can set it up so it only moves when you shoot, but I do it both ways, right? Not in that way. So what's different, however, is that I use a negative gap crosshair. Usually when you set up your gap in the crosshair, you go up the scale, you go 1, 2, 3. However, I'm going -1, -2, -3. Why is that? Because I found out that when is a negative gap, and you can only go negative through your commands, right? You can set that up through your settings by clicking. It has a limit, but within your commands, it actually doesn't have a limit. So I'm using right now negative gap -23. That means that instead of having a crosshair that opens when you shoot, it goes smaller, and I actually like that. It's strange, right? Also, I recently started to use a follow recoil configuration. That means that when I spray or even shoot, the crosshair also moves, showing where the bullet will go, right? Remember, these are things you shouldn't do. I do them because, it's me. The other thing many of you ask is regarding my HUD. As you can see, everything is right in the center. I do this because I make a lot of shorts, right? And I don't have time, as I said earlier. So with this, I can show you everything that's happening on the game without the need of editing the video, right? as you can see the kill feed, the radar, the how many bullets do I have, how much HP. CS players or CS streamers actually don't like showing you their radar, right? Because if they play without delay, they will get stream sniped, and their team will get, they will know with a single glance of your stream, they will know where your team is all over the map. However, I play with a lot of delay. It's hurting my live views, but I actually find it more appealing to show you something that others don't, right? Which is the information that I gather from the radar, like where's bomb, like I spotted an enemy just looking at the radar, right? Where I have to rotate because bomb was spotted, and plenty more. I can show you that this using this type of HUD. This is done by the command safezonex and safezoney and safezoney command. My safezonex is 0.288, so it looks like this, and my safezoney is 0.9, so it goes a little bit, yeah, you know. And when you're watching me on your cell phone, if you do, it's easier for you to recognize how many bullets do I have and so on, right? The other thing many of you have seen or see in my configuration just by looking at the screen is that my view model is really strange. And yeah, it is strange. It's all centered, right? I like it. There are a couple of reasons actually. It covers less screen than it usually does, right? I actually think it's better, but you have to get used to it, right? This view model is also set to the left, and you do that by you going to your settings, going to game, going to objects, and left dominant hand right here. You must set it up every time you boot up the game, so it doesn't save, right? It's what I want to say. So you need to go to your game folders, local CFG. You have to find this, right? I think it's the number is different for others, and well, here you will have a config.cfg folder, or maybe you have to create it. I don't actually remember. Well, but in here you can manually write or manually change your view model, right? Here, my view model right now is view model FOP 60, view model offset X -1, view model offset Y 2, view model offset Z -2, view model preset post 0. I think that's what you need, right? Okay, the other thing, yeah, let me go here, that I use different than others is my sensitivity. If you saw my sensitivity right now, I'm at sensitivity 1, I think. Yeah, sensitivity 1, 500 dpi. But I also use a custom acceleration, right? I have used custom acceleration since 1.6, and then I use mouse acceleration in source, and then I use mouse acceleration in csgo. However, when CS2 was released, Valve didn't like it. I mean, they cut off off a lot of things, and since this was a configuration that most people don't use for good reason, they removed it from the game. There are a few players that have used mouse acceleration, Swag for instance, or I think Santares, I'm not sure. However, they use a slight mouse acceleration, what makes my game a slight mouse acceleration. What makes my configuration different from others is that my mouse acceleration is actually very high. I'm going from slow, and then I swipe and it's a full turn, right? Like sometimes it's not even a 360, I do many just with a simple swipe. However, when you go slow, you can actually go slow. I started doing this in 1.6 when I broke my hand once, and I couldn't move my mouse that much, right? So yeah, I looked for a way to overcome this, and using a high sensitivity wasn't doing it for me. So I found mouse acceleration, and yeah, until this day I haven't gone back. However, how I said earlier, the Valve removed that from CS2, so I had to go to this program, raw acceleration, and as you can see, it also has a lot of values. I have used linear, classic, all of them, jump, natural motivity, power, etc. The one I have used the most is power. However, as I said earlier, I changed my configuration a lot. So I'm using jump right now with a smoothness of 1, input 16 and output 24. It's just what I feel, it feels right to me, right? This kind of configurations will mess with your muscle memory, and it's not really advised to use this kind of configuration. That's why you see no pros using these things, right? It's just plain bad. However, I did reach level 10 using these commands. As you can see here, my higher elo is 2K, and then I went down again because yeah, faceit 10 is also not what it used to be, right? Right now most faceit 10s are just smurfs, or yeah, people 5 stacking with new accounts and boosting a faceit 10 account, right? Like you can actually, if you are not playing premium, you can go to level 10 playing with a guy with 500 elo. There can be a 2k difference between your duo and yourself, right? And that sucks. That plain sucks, because yeah, you have 3 level 10s, 4 level 10s playing together. However, some of them are playing with new accounts. Even some of them are burners account as well. They just lose matches to go the lowest rank, to get the lowest rank possible. So when that's what's happening with faceit right now. So this doesn't mean much. However, you can do this kind of stuff with my configuration. It's just going to be much more difficult than if you just stick with what the pros are using, right? Quick disclaimer: I'm not saying I'm using the most. I'm not saying I've used all of the strange configurations. You have players like Fallen, for instance, that are using a higher scope sensitivity, like 1.1, I think it is, and that's crazy to me. Like when he scopes, his mouse is faster, right? There are commands like that I don't personally use, and also my key bindings are not that strange. But yeah, I think that's it for my video. Thank you for watching. I'm really sorry it took me this long. As I said earlier, I have a daily job, I don't earn much, and I sleep very little, right? So when in my free time, I don't want to be doing this kind of things. I just want to play the game. Yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for all the support, and to all the people that have commented on my YouTube asking for Crosshair, or saying I look like Neil deGrasse Tyson, or that are saying that are asking about my view model, my HUD, everything that I said earlier, my sensitivity. I'm really sorry I didn't answer before. I changed my configuration a lot, so I couldn't be on the phone because I don't do this. I never open YouTube like I'm doing right now on my gaming PC, right? This is just for the video. So having my Crosshair code, having my Crosshair code on hand to give it to you is not possible. So I made this video. I hope you enjoy it. Here you can find my current configuration, but I'm not promising I'm not changing that in the near future, because I will change my configuration. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.